All right, yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to Straight Talk No Chaser. It's your boy Chris Radney. Follow me on Instagram, the real Chris Radney. Spell it out super easy. So we're out here on very first episode. We out here in Atlanta, Georgia. So a little bit about myself. I am 33, originally from Detroit, Michigan. Out here living my best life in these Atlanta streets. And I absolutely mean that exactly how it sounded. So we got these beautiful people with me today. My co-host for this amazing evening. I'm gonna have them start over here with this beautiful lady and introduce herself and let y'all know a little bit about her and how to find her.
Absolutely. What's up, everybody? I am Brianna Weaver. I'm a 27-year-old living right here in Atlanta. I am single, and I have been here for all of 3 years. So I'm excited to be here, excited to share my experiences and my insights with Chris and the rest of the cast. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to my neighbor, my girl here from the 13th floor.
Remember what they say about the 13th floor, right? But anyway, what's up, everybody? I know I've been like a ghost, but it is your girl, Devin Barbie, aka The Barbster. I am coming back on the mic, and I had to start off first with my boy Chris's show, Straight Talk No Chaser, y'all. This show is everything. Why? Because it's real people talking about real shit. So, first and foremost, I am in my 30s. Y'all not knowing which number. But I just recently was married, so I can't wait to give my insight. And I'm definitely gonna pass the mic to the homie over here to the left.
Yo, welcome. Listen, my name's Danny. I'm from New York, man. Nice to meet y'all, man. Listen, I'm new to Atlanta. I've only been here for like 6 months, but listen, I'm already making a huge impact. You know what I'm saying? My name brings bells from Buckhead all the way to downtown. They know what time it is. We here. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I'm 24. I'm Jamaican. I'm an information security analyst. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what that is, calculate how you can get on my level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Calculate, said,
like the intro, like the intro.
Listen, that man said from Buckhead to downtown.
We don't
10
jack.
minute drive.
We don't jack nothing. Listen, you Smyrna and Alpharetta, nah, son. From Buckhead to downtown, that's what I'm counting. You know what I'm saying? We here, we in the
Hey, I respect it. The whole 10-mile radius, we know Danny in the streets. All right, so as would be customary going forward, we're gonna start it off right. We're gonna take this quick shot. We're gonna toast the health, wealth, and all that other flash shit we be doing. All right. All right.
Cheers.
I've been drinking mine already, so we're good. All right, cool. Let's get right into it. So, first topic we talk about is cancel culture. The lack of freedom of speech on social media. As y'all know, my man's the baby be getting canceled everywhere. And so we can talk about that a little bit because as somebody who lives my life on social media and living in this culture right now, everybody just, you really can't say shit no more. You really can't say shit about how you feel about anything. I low-key think it's fucked up because yes, we got our freedom of speech, with all that shit going on, but social media has also made it very easy for people to kind of express how they feel, which is great. We want to do that, right? We want to know who people really are, express how they really feel those subjects. Sometimes touchy, sometimes not touchy, sometimes like very ignorant shit goes on. But I want to hear like, what's y'all thoughts on that? How y'all feel about the whole situation of people being canceled on social media?
Well, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not really too up to date with the whole debate. Could you explain the situation, like what happened, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not too.
All right. So what happened was my man's baby. They were at the it was a Rolling Loud, and he made a comment about homosexual people and like something they can parking lots, HIV. It was some wild shit. There's some shit that did not need to be said.
He said that at Rolling Loud?
He said Rolling
Like
Loud.
one of the biggest platforms?
One of the biggest platforms ever. He's been getting canceled off everything. Even Dua Lipa fucking canceled him off a fucking song.
You mean Dub Baby or Lil Baby?
No, the Dub Baby.
I think
the
Kanye
$1 billion
removed
baby.
him off of his
Kanye
album.
removed off the Donda album.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Because pretty much what everybody was saying was is that he was not only offending the LGBT community, he was also offending people who are infected with HIV virus.
Yeah.
So he hit some very, I guess, shallow points in the while he was performing. My personal opinion on it though is I do feel like we do have freedom of speech. However, when you are in the limelight and you are a celebrity, everything you do, every move, all that good stuff, it does count. You know, people, you're kind of put on that pedestal to be judged. So it's like crossing fingers that you don't get judged in a bad way. But at the same time, you know, the baby was like, yo, he wasn't saying it's a bad thing if you're gay or if you have HIV. He just said, hey, shout out to the people who not sucking dick in the parking lot and who ain't got HIV. So it was one of those things like, hey, you know, we're healthy and we're good, shout out to us. But people took that, and I think he's been dropped as of right now about 12 different performances.
Ways
Yeah.
goddamn Sunday.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
Damn.
think people don't necessarily have freedom of speech when it comes to social media. I think it's more so like when you have a platform, you just have to be knowledgeable of the things that you say. That's where PR comes in, right? Like you just
Right.
have to like think before you say certain things, especially when you're touching on things that are really, really sensitive to certain people, and when you're talking about communities who support you. Because these people are people who like listen to your music, they stream your music, they buy your albums, they pull up to your shows, obviously. So like to offend them isn't necessarily the best business move at all.
I mean, I think what people do have to realize to put in perspective is that, like, the homosexual populations are very, very, very small. Maybe 1, maybe 2% of the entire population of the United States of America, right? So, you know, like if you even look at like how things have changed over time, it's like, bro, we are so censored to talk about 1% of the population when 12 to 13% of the population is black people, right? And niggas say shit about it all the time. So, but we've been programmed and conditioned, I would probably say since the Obama era, when he started passing all these legislations, making things, you know, okay, which I'm all fine for the homosexual community, but I think now we get into a sensitive point where, you know, your opinions don't matter. And I'm only saying that because it's like, I'm Jamaican, right? So in our culture, them things that don't exist, brother. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of like, it exists, but in a vacuum. Like, you don't see it anywhere in the island. And yeah, it's really big. So any Jamaican could be the baby any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So his opinion we might share, but we're not getting canceled. He's getting canceled because he's on a higher pedestal. So I think we just got put it in perspective. Like, yo, you're really talking about a very small population of people, and it's being. I feel like it's being exaggerated a little bit more.
Now, on the contrary point, though, is that I can probably say, because we're in Atlanta, which is one of the largest
100%.
LGBTQ.
I did not know that, by the way, before.
Oh my
My
gosh.
New Yorkers, if you seen this, you heard. Yo, niggas never told me this, you heard.
Yo,
I came through.
if you're alive, you know that Atlanta is
Yo,
the
son,
largest.
they told me there was shorties out the wazoo.
No,
That
there
is true.
shorties.
Which is true.
There is a
Which
lot.
is true, but I ain't know about all
But
those
at the same time,
let y'all know.
if you don't think that the LGBT community is not driving around or playing Megan Thee Stallion, the baby song and dancing to it and doing TikToks to it and posting to it, then
You're a
come on
damn
now.
fool. You're a fool.
So, and then also, I'm glad you brought up the percentage because it is a small percentage.
very small.
It is a small percentage, but the percentage of the economy in the LGBT community is larger because they populate a lot of the money, generate. You got to think VPs, CEOs, a lot of people we don't know that are in the LGBT community and are funneling a lot of the money. But what you said earlier with the whole on a PR perspective, because that's what I do, I'm a PR. On a PR perspective, why? Why did you even have to say that?
Exactly.
You got it as heterosexual men. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
about what
there
they
is
did.
100% no reason
You don't have to
why
say that.
on any platform, like, and I have gay people in my family. I'm
He didn't
supposed
need to say
like,
that.
there is
Right.
no reason at any point in time on any of my platforms where I really get up there and say, yo, shout out to those who ain't heard sucking dick in the parking lot. If you suck dick in the parking lot, it has nothing to do with me.
Right.
Bro, look, this is the real shit. It's been a month since this shit has happened.
Right.
And it's still a fucking topic. Still.
It's kind of annoying.
It's annoying. It's annoying as fuck because like there's so much other shit that's going on. It's like, yo, he fucked up. He said what he said.
Right.
At first, everybody was mad because he said what he said, right? And then he came out with an apology. Now niggas mad because he fucking apologized. It was like, well, fuck his apology for bullshit took too long. I'm like, at the end of the day, he ain't human. He a young nigga. He fucked up. He said some stupid shit. That shit that didn't need to be said. Does he deserve to get canceled? I don't know, right? Should he take sensitivity classes? Probably.
It sounds like-
I think
A wise man once said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing.
Don't
at
say
all.
shit.
come on now.
In that case, he really didn't have to say anything about them at all.
Basically.
But he did, and now he's in this wreck. So here we are.
And I'm just like, my biggest question is the baby, like, is he done? That's the
I don't
scary
know.
part.
I don't think so. I think talent would trump, but I do think that it has a huge impact on the way people look at it. But then you can even check back to Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
When he made the comment about the Jewish people.
As far as for the Wilder
Yeah, and they got kicked off
and he's back
Wildin'
now.
Out.
So I say time will tell. Like I said, he
Yeah,
fucked up.
exactly.
It is what it is. But I think he's talented. I love Baby's music. I still love Baby.
I went to his I was one of the organizers for his concert in New York. Shout out to a little booking agency. Y'all put me on. Love, man. We're gonna get this money, you heard?
Yeah, but it's love at the end of the day. Like, my thing is, I support the Baby. I fuck with him. I fuck with his
support him
music.
too.
Like, I still rock with the nigga. So at the end of the day, you can cancel him. I'm still gonna stream him on fucking Spotify. You know why? Because I work out 6 days a week, and I have at least 15 the Baby songs on my fucking playlist.
Hey, people still play R. Kelly, so it's really like this
Oh, God. That's a
conversation.
touchy subject.
Yeah, I was like,
People still
I
play
still
R.
be
Kelly.
here like shit.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with working out and
I
shit.
want to say that, like, all of us, since our age ranges, we probably all were made, thought about, or conceived by R. Kelly.
I was definitely,
Somebody
I was
was
definitely,
like, yo, we so
I was
short,
definitely
you know.
probably R. Kelly baby.
I think I was an R. Kelly too.
That was in the height of the 90s.
I personally can't comment on this. I have to speak to my lawyer.
You were probably some motherfucking some Bubba Cloud shit
Bob
behind the
Marley.
background.
You say
Some
Bob.
Bob Marley
To
shit.
Sean Paul, everyone knows.
Hey, you actually old enough to might be conceived to Sean Paul, I think. So that's fair. That's fair.
I'll tell you
That's
exactly how I was
fair,
doing.
yeah.
My mom was dancing. My dad was like,
The look in the cup. The look in the cup. There you have it,
Smoking this
guys.
spliff. Smoking this spliff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. I got my drink.
He's drinking.
I need a refill.
Okay.
Refill,
all right.
I got you.
Refill.
So shout out to our neighbor who decided to give us the drink.
Right.
It's actually hella good. I didn't even think she was
Hella
gonna be strong or that good for that matter.
for the Jamaican people. Then both.
Jamaica. Look,
And-
I want to be Caribbean. Can you teach me how to do that later? Please?
Yo, you
I just want to bomb at time. I just want
you gotta
to
hear Daddy talk to his grandma, yo.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a funny.
It was the funniest shit ever. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
So for those of you listening, you don't know, my grandma is very Caribbean. So I'm Caribbean, but I'm more Americanized. But my grandmother would have come on the phone and talk to you like this, you know.
See, I
Then
want to
I
talk like that
respond.
and cook. I want to eat some of her food. So
Yo,
she just
grandma,
happens.
Hey, yo,
listen,
hey, yo, Granny make
30
oxtails, let
30
me know.
years of Jamaican
Ooh,
cooking, the
oxtails.
best. The best. The best.
Yo, but yeah, we was in the car on the way to where the fuck was we going? To your event. On the way to your event at Tribeca.
Tribeca.
And his grandma called, and I was like, this.
I knew everyone in the
I
car.
knew Daddy was Jamaican, but that shit, that right there, showed a whole different side of him.
Wow, did you hear how he said that? Did you see the impact, the wave, the whole difference that we? All right, this show might turn Caribbean in about 10 minutes. I don't know. We're gonna
All
see.
right. So let's we're moving on. So because Bree mentioned it earlier about being single here in Atlanta, right? And I think you've been here. Actually, Barbie, you've been here longer than all of us, right?
I've been here since 2013.
Oh yeah, so you definitely got us beat. We just
Yeah.
got here.
Y'all just
Well,
got
I've been
here.
here since
Yeah,
20.
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
So
You've been here a year.
No, I've been here 6 months. Don't age me yet, boo boo.
Right?
I
Don't
just got
age.
here.
Yeah, how long you been here?
Trying to age you up.
How long you been here from New York?
6 months.
You just moved here in February. What?
February.
That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
first,
Y'all-
yeah. Oh no, yes. Oh, actually, me and Danny moved on the same
Okay.
day. Me and Danny actually moved on the same day.
Really?
We
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Wow.
Me and Danny moved actually moved on
So
the same
y'all
day.
was destined to be
So y'all
friends.
are still new.
Yeah, we were still new. Yeah.
They both tall as hell.
We literally, Danny moved here from New York. Literally, I moved here from Arizona.
I
Literally,
swear, all
like,
New
right.
York niggas
It was like
tall
that
as hell.
fast.
Like,
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
6 months.
Yeah.
Like y'all,
This shit
y'all
went
be
quick,
cheating
didn't
on y'all milk.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun in Atlanta.
Yeah, New York niggas had me on a pop smoke and show you.
Right?
Just
Wow.
sit there.
So we actually have a neighbor. He might be on the show pretty soon named Bud. He
Oh, yeah,
love
Bud,
New
definitely.
York, son. But he's not from here, you heard? And if you come up here and he jack that, tell him he's not valid in none of the boroughs. Brooklyn, yo, if you see this nigga, you know what's up. You know? But take it easy, my man's, you heard?
All right. So, listen, we hit on it earlier. Sex, love, relationships. in Atlanta, especially with the ratio being off. I'm a hot commodity. Fuck it. I said it. I'm calling it right now. I'm a hot commodity. I'm a straight 33-year-old entrepreneur, black man. And I'm tall, dark, and amazingly handsome, but not to my own horn.
Wow.
But
No kids.
I haven't said, I don't have any kids. I have degrees and no felonies.
Wow.
So I think that makes me on a hot commodity list because the ratio is like a lot of y'all to a few of us.
You're right, especially when we factor in straight men.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta like cut it in half in Atlanta.
Me and Danny winning. Danny, my niggas. We winning out here in the street.
Which is why y'all don't believe in monogamy.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
Ooh, she did it, y'all. Yeah.
If I am, so personally.
Listen, Chris walked into that
personally,
one.
So if I am in a committed relationship and it's going everything, if I'm committed, I'm committed. That's just what it is. Now, do I have the conversation of can we get a girlfriend? Absolutely, 100%.
What is it that makes you want another woman?
Oh,
It's Wally for one. What you mean?
What was that?
It's like there's a lot of women.
Yeah. No, it's actually it's
I
nothing
don't
to
know
do with
what you
that.
said either.
It's actually I don't think it's the fact like it's a lot of women. It's the fact like in my relationships, I've had situations where I kind of get bored for the most part, and I'm like, I like you still. I like hanging out with you, my person. But for the most part, I still like fucking other people sometimes. So if it's a conversation, we get to have that conversation. It's like, okay, cool. I don't mind if we get a girlfriend. We ain't gotta fuck her all the time. You can fuck her whenever you want to. If she want to keep you company, go out and hang out, whatever. Why? Like that's fine. But for me personally, if that's something that the girl I'm dating says, hey yo, I'm not with that shit. I'm respecting it. So I have two choices. Either I'm gonna say, okay, cool, not my person. I want to fuck other people still. Or I'm like, cool, I'm rolling with it. I just suck it up. I don't really suck it up, but it is what it is. I don't need another girlfriend. I don't need to have sex with people
That means your ass ain't found the one. We had this conversation on a regular
all the time.
basis.
I actually train her, so
Right,
she's actually one of my training clients
So
too.
if I look snatch at the end, if y'all
Physically
wanna,
training. That's what you meant.
Yes.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
that's another.
She's actually one of my training
conversation
clients, so me and
for
her have these conversations very often.
He's not met the one though, because
I haven't
I
met the
feel
one
like
yet.
when you meet the one, you don't want to do that. A lot of people,
today. I agree with you.
It is true.
a lot of being a married woman, and I've only been married for 6 days, but
The
before
experts.
that, right, the expert. Before that, being engaged on all type of stuff, I just really felt because it wasn't more so I was focused on is he gonna cheat? Is he gonna cheat? I have to make sure I'm not gonna cheat. I have to make sure that I'm whole, that I'm happy. And I think it does take a specific individual to bring that out of you though. Other than that, I feel like, yeah, single, have fun, or I'm with you, I'm getting a little bit bored, or even from a woman perspective, I thought you were, but you're not. And you know, we're naturally feminine and loving and caring, and I'll cook for you, whatever the case may be. But then we find out, oh, you really not the one, or you're not really meeting my needs. Yeah, I'm about to entertain so and so, or this dude like in my picture a lot, or he in my inbox, he in my DM, I'm gonna entertain him. And then hey, I always would tell the guys I would date, it's a line waiting for you to mess up, bro.
Hello.
They waiting for you to hiccup wrong. So they can just step in real quick and be
Nigga,
like,
watch your
"My turn."
hiccup. Watch your hiccup.
Watch
Low-key,
your
men
hiccup.
in Atlanta think they're the only ones with options.
Oh no, we know y'all.
They do,
got
and
options.
that
We
is-
know y'all got options.
You know y'all got
No,
options.
no, they don't. No, they don't.
They don't act like you.
I
The
just
ratio
got
to
it.
one man is 12 women to one man.
Hey, wait. Me
100%.
and Danny just got here. Don't listen to that conversation.
12 women to one man.
The
So
numbers are definitely in y'all's favor. But
It's
when it
too
comes
much
to
now.
quality women,
Oh, no,
that
quality.
list gets a lot.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a
That list
different
gets a lot.
conversation.
And I want
I
to
was
talk
wondering
about
if
Tatiana
you
out
that's a
here.
lot of two
Hold on.
conversations.
You-
That was
you-
a lot.
you
People
just
factor
said
in
it.
gold diggers.
Danny just said it though. He just said like, you know, I meet a chick, he's out and about, so he's constantly networking, moving and shaking,
I am
right?
too. I'm out all the time. Let me not say
Right.
that. But I'm
She's
very
outside.
social.
She's
I'm very social.
First thing he said though was like, yo, what's up? And she's ready to drop the draw.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
So
I think.
that's tainted.
So for me, I'm the youngest one, even though I look like the oldest, but
Right, we trying to check this nigga out.
So,
Because I'm
like-
This
like,
nigga birth certificate, mama.
right.
grandma. But yeah, no, it's definitely different. I think one of the biggest things is that I'm just not really experienced. I just graduated college in December, and I was in New York. And dating in New York is completely fucking different from dating in Atlanta.
Atlanta,
How
right.
so?
Huh?
How so?
I feel like the ratio is about even.
Okay.
There's a lot of women up there.
But it's way more women, but there's way more men too, so it's even. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you can date a nice girl from Brooklyn or something like that, and you know what I'm saying. You can be in that type of monogamous relationship
Well, I have a
in
great
New York,
question for y'all.
right?
When you done.
But then this is the thing, and like when I first came to Atlanta, I came to this building. You don't even have to leave the building. You don't.
Don't have to.
Big
do it.
bags.
You do not have to.
If y'all ain't
Big
visiting
COVID,
our,
bring it.
if y'all ain't visiting our place, you
I'm
probably
going
won't
to
get
the
visited,
gym
even
like
though you
damn.
would.
Right. We ain't gonna tell y'all where we stay at, but I mean,
ain't gonna tell
COVID,
y'all.
come on. We
It's,
chilling.
Yes, I'm calling, well, I'm here.
All right, lock us down, damn it.
it's really crazy. But then, you know, as Bree was saying, when it do comes to, and you were saying the same thing too, when it do comes to quality women, and that's what I was trying to look for when I first came here. It is a smaller pool. It is a very, very smaller pool. But, however,
Okay.
even though that pool is smaller, they seem to be more selective.
The
I don't have
quality
COVID,
woman.
I'm just coughing.
The quality woman.
Yes. Yeah.
So how do y'all qualify these women when you meet them? So let's say you go out. Where you going? Pasha. Let's say you go to
We were in
Pasha.
Pasha last night.
You go to Pasha.
Wait, what
You
the
come
hell's Pasha?
In Buckhead. Remember that when Daddy said you ring names from Buckhead and downtown?
Hello.
We were in Buckhead last night.
And I did. Somebody saw me in Pasha's
He
last
did.
night.
And she hit me and she was like, "Was that your neighbor in Pasha?" And I was like,
And she was
"The
staring.
hell if I
She was
know."
staring. She was like, damn.
But anywho,
You look good.
so
You look like you're doing it.
So you go to Pasha any given night, you know, any night of the week in Atlanta, because you can do something on every night of the week in Atlanta. So you meet maybe 4 women. How are y'all qualifying these women that you're meeting? Do you take them out on a date?
I don't take women on dates anymore.
What?
Why?
Oh shit. You know?
No.
Listen. I mean,
What the hell y'all?
so
What, if you're not taking them on dates,
What the hell y'all doing?
I just show them other things. Anyways, listen.
Oh,
Let me tell you why.
See,
Let me
scratched his head.
let me
That
tell
was
you
like a
why. Let me tell you
broke
why I don't.
That
right?
whole little
So,
scratch, we got that.
Let's play a scenario. Chris can probably test it. Let's play a scenario. So,
No, Chris, look, Chris, I don't want to go in there. You like drowning alone. I don't want to go.
he goes through this. Now.
Chris is like, you
He
drowning
goes
alone. Don't bring
Be
me in
careful what
there.
I'm attesting to first.
He goes through this. Let me tell you what happened. Let me run through the scenario. This is a scenario, right? Boom. You know, you look fly. You get paid. All right, cool. You know, we go to Lenox Mall.
No.
No, we're not.
Nobody goes
Wait,
Scratch
all right.
that. You go to the mall. You get a clothes. You go
Hold
out,
on,
right?
right.
You meet somebody, right? For a man, right? Because of the ratio, normally we go. There's normally more women than guys at probably any one of these nice spot Pashas or. Anyway, it's just on that. And you meet them. So I normally get between like 4 to like 10 numbers a night.
Hold the fuck out. 4 to 10?
Yes.
He says 12 to 1, so do the math.
There go to 12 right there.
It's,
You
listen,
missing
I'm in a
two.
spot for 4 hours. It's 1 an hour. That's not bad. That's average.
That's not bad at all. For a single man in Atlanta, that's
What?
not bad. But what's your intention when you meet these girls? Like,
So
Exactly.
my
You're not
first
trying to date them.
my first intention, I ain't gonna lie, is to hit sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
which is
To
why
hit.
you probably need so many girls, because it's a numbers game.
It is a numbers
Right.
game. It is a
And
numbers
once
game.
once a woman realizes that you just want to have sex with her,
Right.
like that's gonna disqualify a lot of women.
If she's a good one.
But this is
yeah.
the thing. This is the thing. There's so many. And then when you get
That's
to
what I said, it's a numbers game.
right, but when you get to like, so I started when I first met, I was like, okay, I'm trying to hit, I'm trying to keep it moving, like, you know what I'm saying, like, whoop, get it going, whoop, keep it going. But now it's like, okay, well, I have to date some of these higher class women. These women, they have their businesses, their jobs. They don't get paid more than me, but they try. You know what I'm saying? They got their cars, their houses, and all. They got everything. They got no, but what they don't have is, you know what I'm saying? And you take them on these dates. Check this out. You take them on these dates, and you start to talk to them, and you realize, like, yo, you're beautiful. You have all of this stuff, but you don't even know how to be in a good monogamous relationship. Like, you're not. Yes, that's what I found, and I'm young as shit.
I believe it.
So, like,
'Cause
you
we're
don't.
all dating.
You don't like these women have been so independent for so long. They don't know when to say,
When to submit.
"Babe, you got this. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you
I
take
agree with you
it."
100%.
They
Some women are so good that they're too good.
They're too good.
But you know, in the defense of that though is because like really dating in Atlanta, you meet a lot of representatives, and even right.
Wait.
I break that down. Break that down for our viewers. Break that down to the viewers.
Me and Barbie talked about this recently. It was like everybody's pretty and rich in Atlanta.
That's why I said I was
That
like,
is true.
yeah.
Oh,
there
social media.
is
Well, and in real
no-
life, too, real
and
life.
really, listen, I had made the joke to him. We were working out one day, and I literally made the joke, and I said, "Damn, there's no ugly
broke people.
ugly broke people. Everybody got money, and everybody look good, you know." And
Unless
that,
you go to Edgewood.
Oh yeah, it was ugly.
I'm playing.
but this was the thing was what I found out and crazy. My husband is actually from Midwest. He's from up top with me. You know what I'm saying? So that was a little weird because I just knew when I moved down here. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna meet somebody, and I'm a nice looking girl. I'm attractive, so I was like, oh, I'm for sure I'm gonna meet a down south, you know, dude or whatever. And I didn't. But we'll pin that for another conversation time. But what the crazy thing was is that when you come to Atlanta, it is hellish shit to do, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of black people. It's like everybody says the Black Hollywood, which is true. However, you meet a lot of representatives. People do not really come who they are. So that's what creates a lot of disappointments in dating and relationships. It's because you really, even if you're looking, even you're 24, but let's say, you know what, I'm established. I got everything, but I would like to have my lady. I want to have one woman. I want to build with her because eventually the party stops. You know what I'm saying? You can bang, bang, ski all day, but the party starts. And the same thing for the women. The party stops. So when you get your woman, especially as an entrepreneur, you get your woman and you say, yo, I want to build with you. I found a woman I want to build with. The scary part about dating is you really don't know. Is this female really bad entrepreneur, no kids? Is she really shit like that? Or is she not? So that's the part that is scary with dating in Atlanta, is because you really don't know who you're dating. And that's why you'll see a lot of people not from Atlanta date people not from Atlanta. Because it'd be like,
Yo, 100%. So even being here for the last 6 months I've been here, I've been on quite a few dates, I've been on more dates than I actually want to admit I've been on. It's true. And a lot of them came from dating apps because a lot of times I
Dating apps.
don't get a chance to really. I'll get out and I meet people when I'm out, but sometimes when I meet women when I'm out, I'm like, depending on the circumstances we met, I don't actually want to talk to you. Right? If I meet you at a club, there is a good chance I am not going to talk to you after this.
you think it's like the liquor, having fun, you see somebody attractive.
Yeah,
Convenience.
it's convenience. It's honestly, it's convenience for me. It's like if we're out and we kicking it, we at a club, we drinking, having a good time. If I get your number, depending on how that interaction went, I might not talk to you because yes, do I meet girls often who only want to fuck? Absolutely, 100%. And I pick up on that shit really quickly.
Reiterate on that though, because we did talk about the guys wanting to smash.
There are
There's
girls.
this new
They are
breed of women.
I don't know if it's a new breed.
It's a breed. It's a new breed.
They're more open.
They're
'Cause
aggressive.
I
They're
meet
definitely-
girls.
How do
way-
you know?
They're
What are
dropping
some of the
draws.
flags?
Yeah,
What are
I
some of the
mean,
flags?
so I had experience one time where, so again, I'm younger, but I look older. So when I go out, I get pretty much almost anybody I want, but I do tend to attract more older women. And I remember this one specific circumstance, I'm not gonna say any names, but
Please don't.
she was just basically telling me like, yo, like I'm good with whatever, like you can invite a friend, you can do this, you can take me out and then go talk to. I'm like, yo, wait, what? Like, what? And we were dating, we were on a date when she said this to me, and like I think we went to whiskey. I think it was Whiskey Mistress. I don't know why we went there for a date,
I like
but
whiskey mistress.
yeah, so
I love
that should have been red
I
flag.
think I do have to
And
do
it threw me off that she was okay with me, you know, being monogamous with her, but also doing
Do
whatever I
you
want
know
on the side.
why women do that though?
I
Because
don't.
y'all think we want that shit?
That too. But some women have been hurt and they say it's easier to just be okay with it. And I feel like some
From the
women,
get-go.
yeah, and some women, it's like no, because you don't have that respect there for yourself. Now, if you truly want to do that and you're about that life, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna talk bad about you. Do you have fun, enjoy, and be happy? But I feel though, there's a lot of women, and I remember this chick. It was about 3 years ago, and she was like, "Yeah, you know, like I really am not into chicks, and this and that." And we're like, "Okay, where's this coming from?" But then she went on the next sentence. She's talking about, "Oh, me and my dude